Welcome to Vlogmas day 23. So I am at my parents' house and look at this sweater. This is a sweater I actually wore when I was like 12-13 years old. So I just took it on because it's super cute. And I put my Christmas tree pin on. My father is sitting watching TV. That's what you hear in the background. And here we have the hatch 23 that I'm gonna open now. Woohoo! And we got one of these Oreo chocolates. So now me and my dad are going to go to the cemetery and put some lights on. And later today we're going to do our Q&A with you guys. And perhaps I'll show you some more of my clothes from when I was little. Yeah, anyway, now I have to go. And here we are, me and the best dad in the world, Daddy Cool. And we're going to put some lights and these things on the graves in the cemetery. After that we went to get some groceries. And fun fact guys, in the north of Norway they don't have Starbucks like the coffee shop, but they have these little Starbucks at the grocery store, like these little iced coffees, I guess you can call them. So that's good. And my dad is so kind. He is like entertaining like a random child that was waiting for his turn to pay and go home with his mother. He's like the best daddy ever. Now we are at the shopping center because my daddy had to get some new pants. And yeah, I also needed to get some stuff. You will see now. Now I am going to buy some new underwear because I love the underwear they have in this shop. It's like, I don't know where the shop comes from, which country, but I think, I don't know, but they have it like in Norway and stuff. Very exciting. So I have decided that I'm going to try C and D to see what is my new size. Now I have went to another shopping center because I heard that they had like a really good sale on like Red Can hair products. And it's so crazy that we don't have to wear mask or anything here in the north of Norway. Apparently there should be no virus in this town where my parents live. And I'm like, knock on wood and pray to God that that's true. But anyway, I try to be really careful and stay away from people. But here is like very chill. And you see, there is not like all these things that we have in other countries, just a little sign that we should keep our distance. But other than that, like they have the hand sprit things, but not much more. And by the way, I went to H&M and these shoes are so cool, guys. If you have a H&M in your town, you should really like, okay, I have enough shoes, but I just wanted to show you guys. And that hoodie for men, oh my God, so cool. And yeah, Jean Paul had also a lot of cool things in the store in the hometown where I grew up. And yeah, I just wanted to show you some more like Norwegian drinks things. I don't think that this is from Norway, but I haven't seen it anywhere else. And we have something called Christmas brews, like julebrus, Christmas soda in a lot of variations, and they are so good. So here I am very happy with my 3 for 2 Red Can products, and now I'm going to go home and help my parents decorate the Christmas tree because that's some kind of tradition that we have. We decorated the 23 and then we have pizza and watch like the same TV thing every time. Good job! Fitting the star? Are you happy with the tree?
Yes.
Good job for us.
Good job.
Smile to the camera.
Yes, smile. Good job.
And since I'm grown up now, I'm allowed to drive down and get the pizza. As you see here, we don't have any snow, and that's crazy because last year we had maybe like 2 meters of snow. And here is the pizza, and now the whole family is going to watch the same thing on TV. Like basically the whole Norway is doing it at the same time. I'm going to answer now your Q&A. And the first question was, do you have a dog? And I actually don't have my own dog, but my parents, they have a dog and his name is Leo. They named him Leo before they knew that I had a horse named Leo because they don't remember the names of all my horses. They just like focus on the horses that I have long term. And anyway, this is him. This is Leo, and he is I think it's called like a Russian lapdog or something like that. He is 6 months old, and this is the first time I meet him, and I love him so much already. Before we had a Pomeranian and a Fox Terrier, and we have basically been having Pomeranian my whole life. We have also had a Parson Jack Russell Terrier that was amazing too. So, but this is our current dog, and he's so cute. But I think it's a little bit warm for him to sit on my lap now. And he makes all my clothes white, but that's okay. So let's go to the next question, and that is, why is not Francois with you for Christmas? Why we are not spending Christmas together? And that is because of the virus. We feel that it's very dangerous to travel right now, especially if you are in the risk group. I have already had the virus, Francois too, but there are like different virus sorts around the world, so we didn't want to take the chance on that. And also I haven't seen my mother in 1 year. Like, me and my father were in Gran Canaria just before the virus started, like in February this year, but since then I haven't seen any of them. So I really wanted to come home for Christmas, and since I have had the virus, it's like a short period of time where I'm still allowed to travel without being captured in quarantine for 10 days. So now was really the chance to do it. So next question is, when did you start riding? I started riding when I basically started riding. I've been riding my whole life. Like, my mom put me on a horse because she rode when she was young. So we were in town, and there were some ponies there where you could pay like a little bit of money and you could have like a round, and she put me on a horse, and ever since then that was it for me. Like, if I saw a horse poop, I was like, Mom, a horse poop, and I would be like mocking 20 boxes or whatever just to be allowed to like brush a horse. Okay, I'm going to choose another question. Do you like showing in Vilamora? Would you ever consider showing in Portugal? So Vilamora is in Portugal, and I absolutely loved it. It was the season, like my only real season with Pixu, where my goal was to qualify for the European Championship. I remember the first show I rode with him was in Arezzo. Then I rode I was there for 2 weeks, so I started with a 135. No, I started with the first class in the 130 and then the 135. And the week after I jumped a 140 and the Mini Grand Prix 145, where I was placed 9. And then I rode in Sanremo, where I was placed 5 in the Grand Prix there. And then we went to San Giovanni to try to qualify for the European Championship. And in the qualifier for the European Championship, like, basically you have to ride a 3-star Grand Prix, which is like a qualifier for the Europeans, that half of the course has to be on 160. And then they had 2 times qualification there, where I had 2 down the first time and 3 down the second time, and you have to be clear 2 or 3 times, I'm not quite sure, but at least 2 times to qualify for the European Championship. So I didn't make the qualification in San Giovanni, even though that's like my favorite place to ride. So we drove to Portugal. We were there for 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, and there I qualified to the European Championship with Pixu, and it was incredible. I was placed number 6 in the Grand Prix for 3 weeks in a row, and yeah, so we basically were there 3 weeks. It was like incredible, and I would really love to go back to Portugal, but to go back to Portugal I need to have like at least 3 horses in top shape that can jump the big class, because it's a really long drive for us. And then I really want to be competitive. So like this season, where only Quinn has been like in top shape to do the Grand Prix, I wouldn't drive all the way to Portugal for that, because if something would happen to him, then I would be all the way in Portugal with no Grand Prix horse. So and I have competed in Spain, I have competed in Madrid, and I have competed in Oliva. So do you consider getting a dog? Well, my parents have one, and I think the life I have with Francois and our life together is not really room for a dog, because like I love dogs, and if I have a dog I want to spend a lot of time with it, and since I'm doing so much, it would be, I don't think I would be the best dog mom, to be honest. And then somebody just asked if I can speak some German. So ich heiße Eva, okay, I can try it. Ich heiße Eva Ursin und ich bin eine Reiterin. What would you say to someone that never had a boyfriend or girlfriend? Advice? Well, first of all, you should be happy with yourself, and don't look for another person to verify you. You should be like confident in yourself. Like, so, because when you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, there is gonna be times where you are not agreeing, and if you need constant like verification from them that you are good enough and stuff, then you're gonna be unhappy in the relationship, because of course in every relationship there is gonna be issues, and even probably sometimes you are going to say things to each other that you don't mean, and because I mean that's how it is when you live close together and you are together a lot of times. So if Francois, for example, have a bad day, I just like give him some space and just know that, okay, he loves me and I love him, and just now he needs some space, because there can be issues that are outside of the relationship that can irritate you, and you can have a bad day, and the person that you're going to take it most out on is the person closest to you, which would be me. And there can also be times where I have a bad day, where I might, for example, be irritated or say something to Francois that I don't mean, and then he also gives me some space, and he knows that I love him, and he's not looking for constant like verification of that. So I would say like a big thing is to be happy with yourself. Another thing is that like take a person that is going to give some positive things to your life. Avoid people that are going to bring drama into your life, because that's like toxic relationships and stuff. I know that that's like funny, and that you have to walk to toxic relationship and like all those mammoth things, but no, that's not good. And you need to find a person that brings joy and positivity in your life and that believes in you. And if they don't do that, they are not the person for you, no matter what you think. And I would also say that like don't play games. If you like somebody, say it, and if you don't like it, just say it. Like if you are just looking for a hookup, then say that you're looking for a hookup, because there is 100 people, like boys and girls, that are looking just for the same. And try not to fall in love with a person that just want to have fun, because then you might be getting hurt. So then it will be better to say, you know what, I like you and I could really like see us like getting to know each other better. I get that you're not into that right now because you just want to have fun, but if you are ever into that, then like hit me up, like give me a call. Like just be real, and then they might just do that, you know. But if you keep giving them what they want and you like hope for something more, then maybe you are gonna get hurt. So better just be real, take care of yourself, and find people who want the same thing as you. So okay, now this video is getting really long, so maybe I should like do one more question and then do some more tomorrow. There are so many questions. Okay, so this is a really interesting question. Have you ever not liked a horse but then formed a bond with it? I basically love all horses and all animals, and like most people. So that hasn't happened, but there has been one horse that hasn't liked me, and that's Leo. Basically, I think he felt that he was kidnapped because he had a whole owner his whole life. So when I brought him back to Switzerland, he was really not interested in making friends with me. He never jumped really good with me. He stepped on my foot multiple times. He hit his head in my head multiple times. He just didn't like me. Like I made an effort with him. Like if I would take him out to let him eat grass, he would step on my foot, hit his head in mine, and then run away. And he didn't do that with anybody else, which is just weird. And with my grooms and with other people that doesn't ride on the same level as I do, he would jump incredibly good. And when I would get on, he would just jump normal. Like he would do everything that he had to do, but he never gave me anything extra, which I thought was really bizarre, because usually horses give me a lot of extra and they are so happy with me. But so that's like the first horse I have met that honestly yeah, he didn't like me, which is a little bit difficult to get over, but at least he likes his new owner very much, so that's awesome. Anyway, I think I'm going to do some more questions tomorrow. I had to borrow my father's phone and like take a lot of pictures of the questions. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do more of them tomorrow. Hey, I almost got that, because somebody asked earlier to show them some other special Norwegian candy things or something. This is like a soda that we have here that's called Urge. They don't have it any other place, I think. It's what can I say? I'm not sure what it tastes. I have drinking it like many times in my life. I have really no clue what it tastes. It's not, even though it's like a little bit yellowish, it's not orange. I'm not very into orange sodas. I have no clue what it tastes. And we also have something here, I don't know, maybe this one we have in other countries too, but this is like a special battery, and it's with strawberry and lime. I haven't tasted it before, and I'm just gonna try it now. Really good. This is like an energy drink, by the way. But so, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and drop a comment if you have time.